Hey everyone, Aurora with Supercharged Science, and I wanted to tell you something you can do with astronomy with your kids tonight. The month of October has a lot of really cool stuff in there, and if you like this and you want more, you want to do more astronomy with your kids, you want to go to www.superchargedscience.com/astronomy. Now, for those of you who want something really cool to do actually right now, depending on where you're located in the United States or in the Northern Hemisphere, right around a couple of days before and after today, which is October 3rd, you'll be able to go outside and see Jupiter right next to the moon. And so you'll actually see here. Actually, I have a picture of what you should be looking at. Let me share my desktop with you. Hang on just a second. Should have got this set up before I started talking. Okay, so hang on. Here we go. This is what you're going to be looking at. So on Thursday, October 3rd, an almost half-illuminated moon will be located just 1 degree above Jupiter. And so what that means is that both objects, if you have a pair of binoculars, you'll be able to see both of them inside this red circle. So it's usually really hard to see planets during the day or in the evening because it's still really bright outside. But if you look for the moon, you'll be able to see the moon. It'll be pretty faint, but you can see it with binoculars. And then have your kids look just slightly below it, 1 degree below it, and they will be able to see Jupiter, see a really faint dot, and you can actually see a planet before it gets dark, before it's like really dark outside. So this is called a conjunction. So it offers an excellent opportunity to see Jupiter during the daylight, and you can use the moon as a reference. You should be able to see it in the mid-afternoon. Jupiter will be right below the moon, and if you keep watching, after dusk, the moon will actually have moved slightly further away and will sit to Jupiter's upper left, and so you'll actually see how it changes from like right now to like after dinner. So you can totally check that out. Isn't that cool? So that's something that I wanted to make sure that you saw. There we go, make it a little bit bigger. Cool. And if you have questions about this, or you feel free to chime in, let me know. We're doing a Facebook Live right now. I've got a couple other really cool things to see, to show you. But if you go outside right now, if it's the afternoon, like 3, 4 o'clock where you are, you'll be able to see the moon, and then you'll be able to see Jupiter right underneath it. Isn't that cool? Okay, so in this red circle that I'm showing you right now, you'll be able to see the moon, and you'll be able to see Jupiter during the daytime. So anyway, that's super cool. And there's something else that's going to happen tonight that I wanted to show you. So check this out. So this is tonight, October 3rd. If you just joined us, this is what you're going to be seeing. You won't be seeing these lines, but let me show you what you're going to see. And so this is true for tonight and tomorrow and the next couple of days. You're going to see the bright planet of Venus, which is going to be it's going to be the brightest dot in the sky, and it's going to be pretty low. And it's also going to be really close to like one of the brightest stars in the sky. And so that bright star is called Spica, and it's in the constellation Virgo. And they're going to sit less than 3 degrees from each other. So they're also going to be in conjunction. So they're going to be really close together. So this is right at sunset. Right as soon as the sun goes down, you'll be able to see Venus and Spica together really easily. And actually, just before the sun goes down, you'll be able to see those actually start to pop out. And so also you want to keep looking after the sun sets, because you'll see Mercury will be right to the left of Venus right after the sun sets. Now, we don't get to see Mercury much, only like 2 weeks out of the year, twice a year. So this is like super exciting to be able to see Mercury, Venus, also right next to a really bright star in Spica. So I wanted to make sure you saw both of those. And also, if you're wondering what latitude you're at, you could use Google Maps. But if you want to, a really cool scientific way to do it, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, basically what you do is you can use your hands to find your current location's latitude. So what you do is you stretch your arms out in front of you. Here, let me get a video of myself. So you stretch your arms out in front of you like this. And then you measure the angle between the horizon and you pointing to the North Star. And this angle between the horizon and you pointing to the North Star Polaris is going to be your latitude. So that, if I measure like 40 degrees, I'm at approximately 40 degrees latitude. Okay. There's no bright star equivalent in the Southern Hemisphere, so it's a little bit harder to do that. But if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, that's an easy way to tell what latitude you're at. Okay, great. Let me actually show you a couple other quick astronomy things. Now, if you like this and you want more, go to www.superchargedscience.com/astronomy. And in there will be a bunch of science lessons. One of them includes a lesson on black holes. There's actually a game that you can play that was developed by NASA scientists. It'll also have a video in there on how to tell what's up in the sky tonight, and a couple of other downloads that you can use with your kids. It's super fun. Okay, so I have a couple other really quick things I wanted to show you. If you want to know, I had mentioned that it's only 3 degrees difference, and you might be thinking, what's a degree? Well, here's a really handy guide. You can actually measure the sky and find out distances between things just using your hands and your fingers. And so, for example, if you just have one finger up, that's 1 degree. So that's pretty easy to remember. So when your hand's like this is a distance of 1 degree, and you're holding it out in front of you. And if you have 3 fingers, your 3 middler fingers, that's 5 degrees. And your fist is 10. And if you do this, whoops, this is 15. And depending on the kid's size of their hand, this might be 15 or this might be 25. So if you have a standard grown-up hand, this is going to be 25 degrees. But for kids, sometimes this is only 15. And so you can kind of measure against each other to see who's got the biggest hands and the biggest span. But in general, this is 1 degree. So when I say it's going to be 3 degrees, it's going to be 3 of your index fingers separation when I was showing you Venus here. Okay. So just to reiterate, just in case you've just joined us, tonight, actually right now, if you go outside and you look at the moon, you look for a fuzzy little dot during the day about 1 finger's width underneath the moon, and that will be Jupiter. So you can actually see Jupiter right now. If the sun is really high and it's really bright, or if it's really cloudy, you're not going to be able to see it very well. Wait a couple of hours, but you'll be able to see Jupiter during the daytime today. And also tonight, keep your eye in the low west area, because here's west, due west, and just over here, you're going to see the brightest star that doesn't twinkle. That will be Venus. And about 3 degrees, so 3 small, thin index fingers, will be Spica. And right after dusk, you'll be able to see Mercury as well. And so this is super cool because we don't get to see Mercury very much because it's so close to the sun. So, and so there's really a lot of cool stuff you can do. There's a lot of neat things coming up in astronomy that you can take a look at. And by the way, if you like this and you want more, you can go to www.superchargedscience.com/astronomy. In fact, I can go there and even show you what it looks like. Type it, superchargedscience.com/astronomy, and it looks like this. Whoops, doesn't look like that. See, Supercharged Science. Whoops, looks like the page isn't working. I'll fix that right now. So you go to Supercharged Science. Actually, something else you can do, if you like this and you want more, you can go to superchargedscience.com/trial to actually try out some free, not free, you can try out some science lessons for your kids. There's about 200 different lessons in astronomy. So you can go to www.superchargedscience.com/trial to learn more about how to do more homeschool science with your kids, including star charting, how to tell meteorites from meteor wrongs, and so much more that has to do with astronomy, because astronomy is one of those fascinating things. Okay, and so there's also 2 meteor showers that are coming up in October that you want to check out, and I am here, right here on my screen. Actually, on the 8th, I'll be doing another Facebook Live right when the meteor shower is happening, so you'll be able to know when that's coming. And also, we have another meteor shower on the 21st, on October 21st. And which is great because the new moon is only a few days later. It's like 6 days later. So our chances of seeing some good meteors are actually pretty good. So put these on your calendar. These are good ones that we will be looking at together. All right, so I'm going to go outside and take a look at the moon and take a look at Jupiter. And if you have any questions, or if you have more specific questions that you want answered, do let me know. I'm Aurora@superchargedscience.com, and I'm happy to answer those questions for you. I'm just so excited to be able to share science with your kids. So if you have questions, let me know. Aurora@superchargedscience.com. You can go to my website and download my free astronomy guides at aurora@superchargedscience.com/astronomy. astronomy. And I will get that page working right now. I will see everybody later. Thank you so much.